This video is sponsored by Ecofan.
Welcome back to the Tale of Two Smittys. This week we are going to talk about the 3 ways that we stay warm in our Skoolie TOTS the Bus. Let's get into it.
We're Cody, Laura, and Raleigh, and we travel the country in our self-converted school bus, or Skoolie, TOTS the Bus. Subscribe and follow along with our adventures.
All right, we get asked about staying warm inside the bus quite a bit. School buses are made out of metal, unlike RVs that are mostly fiberglass, so they are hugely inefficient on their own. And just for reference, we will link all of the products that we talk about in this video in the description box below so you can check them out for yourself. All right, let's dive into the first way that we stay warm in the bus. It's our cubic mini wood stove, and it's the very first thing that we put in our floor plan to stay warm. Laura and I both grew up in climates that had a full winter, and after living in Texas for 8 years, we knew that we were going to want to be able to have a fire on those chilly nights. My dad was around to help with the install. Laura and I chose to put the wood stove near the bedroom area to keep us warm at night. There's a stovepipe that extends up out of the wood stove and through the ceiling, and we store wood in the cabinet underneath. Last fall, we even added a small electric chainsaw to help us cut wood up into small enough pieces to fit inside the stove. The wood stove is very warm when it's burning, and it keeps us nice and toasty inside the bus. We did run into one downside, and this is where our friends at Ecofan helped out. We noticed that it would be hot in the bedroom, even too hot, but it would still be cold or at least cool up in the front of the bus. This would be a problem because overnight the fire is going to go out. It's going to be 40 degrees in the bus in the morning sometimes, and so we want to be able to bundle up. But when it's 90 degrees in your bedroom, it's a little hard to bundle up. Enter the Ecofan. Ecofans are self-regulating. As the stove heats up, the Ecofan runs faster, circulating more air further into the space. As the stove cools, the fan slows down a bit and shuts off. And unlike noisy built-in blowers, the Ecofan is whisper quiet. Ecofans also act as a great indicator that your fire needs to be stoked. When the fan starts to slow down, you automatically know that it's time to load the fire with more wood. Ecofans were invented in Canada in 1994. Yes, Laura, we get it. Tested in the harshest Canadian winters, Ecofans continue to be designed and manufactured in Canada. All right, so the second way that we stay warm in the bus is with window blocks. Now, unlike Sprinter vans that have cookie cutter, pre-manufactured window blocks that you can buy and install, every bus is different, so it's not the same in a Skoolie. So we decided to make our own window blocks. We had some leftover insulation from a previous project, so I decided to test them out. We took the stiff insulation. You can use styrofoam insulation, you can use foam board insulation. We wrapped it in Reflectix, we taped it with foil tape. They're good to go. We put them in at night when the sun goes down, and we can take them out in the morning when we wake up. The reason we take them out is because the sun coming through the windows acts like a greenhouse, giving us a lot of natural, free warmth during the day. Actually, you can even use these window blocks in warmer temperatures when the sun's out to keep heat out and combat that greenhouse effect. There are a number of different ways to make this type of window block. This is the way we did it, and it's been working out great. Okay, the third way that we stay warm in the bus is with our brand new diesel heater. I say brand new, it's actually been a few months, but we never showed you the install, so let's talk about that. Originally, during our conversion, we opted to not install a diesel heater in favor of the wood stove for some of those reasons that we gave earlier. However, we realized we could have the best of both worlds because there are positives to a diesel heater. Since we hadn't showed you the install before, we'll show some of that now while I'm talking about the benefits of the heater. First of all, the fire goes out overnight unless you get up every couple hours, usually 2-3 times a night for the wood stove to stoke it. So we end up waking up very cold. Also, we can only carry around so much wood, so this serves as a good backup in case we run out or in case we're trying to conserve wood. Finally, it is significantly easier to fire up the diesel heater in the morning instead of getting up. Oftentimes it's, like I said, 40 degrees in the bus in the morning, standing there trying to make a fire. Instead, I can just hit a button and turn the heater on. It even comes with a remote control, so you can hit that button without even getting out of bed. You can also turn it up and turn it down on most models, so really convenient. There are also a few different settings, which is nice. You can turn it up and down based on the power, just how high or low you have it running. That's probably best for efficiency, to just keep it running low, keep some heat in the bus. You can set it based on the temperature, so that way as it gets colder, it'll kick on, or if it warms up enough, it'll kick off, so it kind of cycles throughout the night. That's nice if you're gonna go to bed with the fire on in the wood stove. When that goes out and the temperature starts to drop, the diesel heater will kick on. and then you can set it based on time. So you can set it to kick on or kick off at a certain time. That's nice if it's not too terribly cold out, but it is going to be cold in the morning. You can set it to kick on at a certain time when it gets cold overnight or first thing in the morning. We've been able to travel to colder temperatures this year than we were last year, and we have loved it. Thank you to our friends at Ecofan. We love our Ecofan. We tell everyone about it, and you can check it out for yourself at the link in the description. If you have a wood stove, it is a no-brainer. So the first half of this video has been a little bit different. Wanted to give a little more information. We're gonna finish this video out with more of our traditional vlog style video and show you where we went after Phoenix. We headed to Sedona. We got caught in the snow. We had a little scare with a bus breakdown. So if you've never seen our vlogs before, stick around, check the rest of it out. And for those of you we see every week, let's get into the rest of it. All right, well, this is a little dark, but we just woke up. We are staying about halfway between Phoenix and Sedona. We left our spot late last night in the dark, got here around 10 o'clock. But there's some beautiful views, so we're taking the dog out. Also, Laura's in the bathroom and Raleigh cannot contain herself trying to figure out when Laura's coming back. She's not taking her eyes off the building. It's quite funny. So we're having our first while driving issue with the bus. I heard a little bit of a noise, didn't know what it was. Laura called me, said there was smoke coming out the bottom of the bus, so we pulled over. It looks like something either burst, but it's all over some pieces. It was smoking, I guess because they're all hot, but that's about all we know. It didn't look like oil, it was kind of clear, so we're gonna try and figure it out. But bus life, baby!
Okay, so we just got off FaceTime with my dad. He is our go-to bus guru, lifelong bus maintenance career. So he's usually our phone a friend. So got off the phone with him. I'll let Cody get into the technical part, but he basically said like it's okay. Probably just the coolant was probably overflowing, which can be normal. It's okay, no cause for major concern. Keep an eye on temps and all that. So he was talking to Cody and I picked up the phone because it's my dad, so I picked up the phone to say hi and thank you. And I said thank you. I just started crying, kind of like I am now. So they're good tears. It's just, I was just feeling very grateful that we have him. I don't know why I'm crying so much, but just very grateful. So Dad, if you're watching this, thank you so much.
Yeah, Laura doesn't cry, so as someone who cries regularly, that's pretty cool. So there is a pressure release-ish hose. It's kind of attached near the cap, and so we just had the bus worked on. I think they checked our coolant levels. So it's possible that there was just a little too much coolant in there. This is the first time the bus has been working hard since we left, and it just burped it out. So there's a release hose. It's supposed to do that if that happens. It's the first hill we've gone up. Hopefully now we're back on the road.
Yeah. See you out there, guys.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up. And we just sing along.
As is often the case, our original camping spot didn't quite work out the way we hoped it would. Some friends had recommended this spot to us, but when we got there, it looked like they had recently added no camping signs. There were Sedona police driving around, and there were like no camped vehicles from what we could tell. So we're moving on. We are going to a different spot, a little bit off the beaten path, so we're about to find out how beaten this path is going to be. Wish us luck. Here we go. Wish us luck.
I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I
So we just did a killer sunset hike. The sun just dipped down behind the hills. We are in Sedona, and it's called Dome Mountain Trail. Same parking lot as Bear Mountain, a little easier of a hike, and beautiful views, which you'll probably have to check out our Instagram. I didn't pull a camera out too much on this hike, but anyway, we're with Drew and Alex, and we're having fun. So, time to go back and play some games.
Stay here forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
The next day, Alex helped me flip the diesel heater tank around and cut a hole in the side of the bus. Now we can easily fill the tank with a diesel can while boondocking. And it wasn't a moment too soon because we were getting some winter weather for a couple of days.
So I tried to run out here while it was happening, but we're getting a little bit of freezing rain, kind of like a sleet. By the time it hits the ground, it's still only like 45, 46 degrees. So by the time it hits the ground, it melts. But we're waiting for the snow to start. It's super windy. I don't even know if you can hear me. The rain's supposed to pick back up around dinner time, and then around midnight it's going to switch to snow. It's going to snow all the way until 6 p.m. tomorrow. I don't really think we're going to get too much of an accumulation, but we are supposed to get 2 to 6 inches of snow, so we'll see what ends up on the ground, but excited to show you that. In the meantime, let's get back in the heat. We're in Sedona, and it's a winter storm.